Hello, thanks for watching this demo. In this demo, I am going to provide a quick overview of GageFiles Calibration Management Solutions from Quality Systems. As you can see, this is a simple web-based applications for managing the calibration records, preventative maintenance records, out of tolerance records, and also we have option for managing the installation qualification records for the instruments and equipments. Before I go into the details, I wanted to explain a little bit about the subsystems that makes up the integrated calibration and PM management systems. As you can see, we have three high-level subsystems. One is user management, second one is equipment management, third one is record management. So in the user management options, we have option for registering the users and assigning their role permissions, because you need users to run the systems. And in the equipment management options, we have option to register the equipments and store the master data. So there are two ways you can add or you can register the equipments. You can individually add the equipments, as we will see in the future training sessions, or you can import a big list of equipment master records in one click options. And once you have the users and once you have the equipments in the systems, then you can create the records. So we have options for managing the records for the calibrations, for the preventative maintenance, and out of tolerance records. So as you can see, this is a web-based applications, and this is a screenshot of the live demo. So I am at the login page of the calibration management solutions. So I'm going to log in as admin user here. So once I am logged in, as you can see, I am at the inbox page. All my messages are stored at this page. I'm going to open one of the messages and show you the active link inside the message. As you can see, this is a calibration record that has been released to me, as I am the owner of the calibration record. So I'm going to complete these calibrations. So that's why it has been assigned to me. So as you can see, there is a link option here. If I click on that link, it opens up the calibration record page. This is a very powerful option, so that you don't have to search for the records. You can directly go to your inbox and find the records and take the actions. As you can see, there are menu items for calibrations records. There are menu items for preventative maintenance and repair records. There is options for installation qualification records. There is option for out of tolerance records. I can access the menu items and open the records directly. As you can see, there are custom made menu items. If I click on one of these options, you'll see all the records based on that menu icons are showing up here. I can export all these records into Excel. Let me do that. I'm going to click on the export homepage records. As you can see, it's going to export all the records which are showing off in the homepage into an Excel document. As you can see, all the calibration records that were showing up in the homepage are displayed in the Excel formats. This is a very powerful option. So you can create metrics depending. We'll see in another section of this video how to create metrics and reports based on the Excel files that's downloaded from the systems. And let me close this and go back to the home page. I wanted to show you some of the search functionalities or finding. Let's say you have all the records in the systems, how you can do the search. I'm going to click on the find menu icon here on the left hand side, and there are, depending on the type of record that you are looking for, you can select that. So I'm going to select the cal records that I'm going to look for. So I'm going to look for all the cal records that have been released or with a status equals to release. So as you can see here, the current status, I'm going to select them only the released records I'm looking for, and I'm going to click submit. As you can see, all my cal records which are released are showing up here. Again, I can export this using the same option I showed you before. So all the calibration records which are released with current status released are showing up here. As you can see here, the current status is released. Let me go back to the home page again. I want to show you how to create a new master records, or how to register an equipment or an instrument into the systems. So, and also calibration records, PM records, and out of tolerance records. So right now I'm going to select assets. So this is a master records I'm going to create. You can call this as equipments, or you can call this as an instrument records. So I'm going to enter the required fields, and then I'm going to select the default coordinators. If you have someone designated to monitor the system and the records, you can assign that person as the coordinators. And once I save this, a new asset records or asset master record has been created. Now I will go to the master records and show you how to create an auto schedule for these assets, so that you can trigger auto schedule for the calibration of this asset in future. So right now there is no records available, as you can see on my left hand menu items. So I'm going to the home page of this asset records, and I'm going to click on first I'll click on the edit, so that it will allow me make changes, and I'm going to the calibration auto schedule here. I'm going to select yes, then I'll click on add new. As you can see, my schedule option is showing up. I'm going to assign this to this persons, and I'm going to give an interval of 180 days, and my first occurrence, let's say I'm studying 31st, and my last occurrence I can select one of those options based on these options, so it will get auto-filled. Let's say I want to do it for 20 occurrences, so that's the last occurrence date got auto-filled. And if you are planning to use these specs that needs to be used for calibrations at each point in future, you can enter those informations, or we have another options I'll show you. You can select a templates, so that templates would be required by the calibration owner to be filled in when they are doing the calibrations. So let me save these schedules. As you can see, this schedule has been saved, and this is the template options I mentioned. So if I select yes, I can select one of the templates. So let's say this is a pressure gauge template, so I can select this. As you can see, if I select these templates, the calibration owner is going to fill in the results when they do the calibrations, actual calibrations, and this will become part of the calibration records. And I'm going to save this. Now I have created a schedules, and also I have built in a template for the calibration of these assets. I'm going to log in as an equipment owner role and show you some of the additional functionalities. And as you can see, when an user logs in, the default is the home page, and I'm going to open this link. As you can see, we created these records and we assigned this owner as the owner of this record, so the owner has been notified. So now we are at the same asset records. So we can create manually the calibration records and preventative maintenance records. Let's say we need to create a repair records for these assets. So I'm going to click on create new. As you can see, a repair record has been created. So first I'm going to assign this to someone. Let's say I'm going to assign to this users, and let's say it's a planned, or let's say it's an unplanned, because we are going to do a repair, and I can mention the details of the repair that needs to be the details of the repair work that are to be completed. And and I'm going to set up the schedule when I need this repair record or the actual repair to be completed. So I'm giving let's say a week, and I'm going to assign the coordinators. As you can see, I am going to submit this, and I'll submit this for release. So I'm going to enter the digital signature. So the repair record has been assigned and released, and the owner, as you can see, I am the same person who was logged in as the owner. I'll show you in the inbox that this repair record has been assigned to me and I have been notified. As you can see, this repair record has been released, and is a MNT is a maintenance records, so it has been released. So as you can see, I can open it, I can edit, then I will enter the actual results when the actual repair was completed. Let's say I completed it today or on 31st. Let's say I completed it today. So I can do the start date and end date. If I have some spares that I have used, I can select that. So I can put my notes here. The repair work has been completed. And if you have additional documents, you can attach that here also to this repair records. And as you can see, I'm going to submit this for review. As you can see, the repair record is closed because there was no review required under the roles and responsibilities. Again, it's a configuration options depending on the process requirements at your company. And this repair record has been closed. So now I can go back to the assets, which is the equipment master records, or we are calling it as asset records. You can call it as equipment. So we have option for changing all the labels on this in these records. So during this setup, the configurations rollout, we can make changes. I'll show you in detailed training sessions how to make changes for the labels, and how to change the values in the drop down lists as well. So these values can be changed, or these values can be uploaded using Excel files before you start using the systems. Again, thanks for your times. I'll see you in the next training sessions and the training demos. Thanks again.